Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to convert a video to fragmented MP4 using Muxer in Expo React Native for Android using the Media3 transformer API. Now first I'll explain you what is fragmented MP4. It is very similar to a normal video. Like as a user you won't be able to see any kind of a difference, but a fragmented MP4 video, as far as I know, is better for streaming as compared to a normal video. And what happens in a fragmented video, it is divided into smaller chunks. You as a user can't really see it. So yeah, if that's the use case you want, like converting a video to fragmented MP4 for better streaming, then this is the tutorial for you. As usual, this is just a cheat sheet which I have created. So first you will have to go to this particular URL. So there are different Expo React Native template. I will be using this blank TypeScript template because it has less boilerplate code and it also has TypeScript support. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it inside my workspace directory. Then it will ask me for an app name. I'll just give some app name. That is not really important. So I'll just give it as my app and let it finish. Now we need to write some native code. For that we need to create an Android folder as well. Like I said, this is an Android only tutorial. So we need to create an Android folder because we need to write native code. So you can go to this particular URL, select Android device, select development build, and I have disabled ES because I want to build it locally. I'm on macOS. Select your own operating system. I have already installed Watchman, Cas Zulu. I have set the Java home path. I have selected macOS. I have installed Android Studio as well, and I have also selected the SDK manager. I have done all these setups which have been mentioned inside Android Studio. I have also done this. Then we need to run this particular command, so I'll just copy it. So then we'll just cd to my app which we have created and then paste this command. So let's just wait for this to finish. Once that is done, I'll just copy this particular bit of code as well, and this will actually this npx expo run android, which will actually create the Android folder for us. I'll just paste this command. So this will create the Android folder for us, so don't worry too much about it. Also we need to create a native module, so which will help us to write the like we have to write that code inside the native module which has been created. So for that you can go to this particular URL. So I'll just open that URL as well, and for that, to create the native module, you have to copy this code. Now before I paste this code, here you can see I'm getting this error. Ignore this error. This is because I don't have an Android emulator installed, neither I have connected my Android device yet. Later on I will connect my Android device, but in your case it might be asking you to select a emulator or a device and run this application. Like there's no point in running it now because we haven't written any code, but if you want to run it you can run it. Then I'll just paste this command. So again, this will ask us few questions like what should be the module name and everything. I'll keep everything as default. I don't want to change it, so I'll just press enter, and it will create the native module for us as well. Now I'll just open this project. So I'll just remove this cheat sheet. I'll open this project inside a VS Code just to show it to you. Now what I'll do, I'll write down all the code. I'll come back and explain it to you what all things I have done. Now coming back to our so I have written down all the code. So first thing which you have to do is you will have to install two dependencies inside package.json. So first is Expo image picker, which is for picking video as well, and second one is React Native video for playing the actual video. So make sure you just run npm install Expo image picker as well as npm install React Native video. Once you do that, you will have to go to app.json, and after this particular web thing you have to add this plugins JSON array as well. So first one is for Expo image picker, why we require the permission, and second is React Native video. Again, this is like boilerplate code which is present in the documentation, so you will have to write all this stuff as well. So make sure you write this entire thing inside your app.json file. Once that is done, so I'll just close this. I'll close this as well. Then here I will just go to module, my module, and here I will go to first we'll need to go to src my module.ts, and here you can see I have created one method named apply effect. These three methods were present by default. I have not touched anything, and it takes a value which will be the path of the selected video, and it returns a promise. Now it should return a promise of the like a string of that updated video which has been saved to external storage, right? Like we are saving the video to external storage as well after applying the transformation. For sending that particular value, we are making use of this particular thing called change event payload, which is again present by default when we create an Expo native module. Only thing which I have added is this progress thing, because if the video is very large, it will take a little bit of time, so we need to display some progress to the user. And this value thing which you are seeing will be the path of the transform video. So yeah, you can make a note of that as well. So only thing which I have added is this progress colon string, this change event payload, which will help us to send data from native Android side to Expo React native side. Okay, once that is done, you will have to go to the Android folder build.gradle file, and you will have to scroll at the very bottom of the file. We have to add this dependencies thing. Here firstly we need to add this Media3 transformer, then we need to add this Media3 effect, and then we need to add this Media3 Muxer as well. So make sure you add these three dependencies. Once you add that, we'll have to go to my module.kt file. Again, now this let me check. There are a lot of you don't have to do this. There are a lot of dead imports which I'll quickly remove it. Okay, just give me a second. You don't have to worry about this. Okay, so coming back to this, so firstly here you can see these are all the imports which you will have to copy paste, unfortunately. So pause the video, just copy paste it. At the time of me recording this, this Media3 APIs are still bit unstable. That's why we have to annotate it with @unstable API, and we extend this transformer.listener API as well. Then we create this file name as well as file path. Then we create this handler as well, and then here is our progress holder. Then we get hold of our context as well as our activity. Then this is again defined by like present by default. I have not touched anything, so you'll have to scroll down, and here you can see I have defined one async function called apply effect. So inside that we take the path of the selected video. Okay, then here on the main thread we create a Muxer factory. Now if you want, you can set a duration like how fragmented the video should be, but I have commented it out. As you can see over here, this is how you do comments in Kotlin. Because whatever is the default thing I'm using, that it's better to use the default thing, because I'm not an expert in this fragmented video thing, that's why. Then we create just a transformer, we create an input media item, we create an edited media item, then we create an external file and start the transformation over here. Then here on the background thread we are just tracking the progress. So as you can see over here, I'm using this on change event handler, and this is the progress variable which we have defined, and we are sending the progress state as well as the actual progress. Once I show you guys the output, things would be more clearer for you, like what is the difference between progress state and as well as the actual progress. And I have added a 500 milliseconds delay as well. And then here we create an external file. So as you can see over here, this is again boilerplate code which I have just copied it from documentation, and this is the code for saving the file to external storage. Again, I have just copied it from Stack Overflow. So I will simply scroll through this file. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like. Then we are overriding on completed as well as on error. So inside on completed, we just get hold of our main thread. Once the video has finished transforming, we get the URI, save the video to external storage, and send that URI back to React Native side. In case of error, I'm just displaying a toast message, but if you want to send this error, just like we are sending this value, you can send an error value as well back to React Native side if you want to. Okay, so that's all there's to it. So again, I'll simply scroll through this file. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy the code. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Next you will have to go to app.tsx, and here I have added few things. First, you will have to import touchable opacity as text as well as text from React Native, import image picker, import use state as well as use effect from React, import React Native video as well. Then we also import modules as well. Then here inside use state, we just set this particular state. Ignore this use effect for now, we'll come back to this later on. Then I have just created one button, and on click of it we just use the image picker to filter by videos. Allow multiple selection is false, and if result is not cancelled, if we have the URI, then we just call this apply effect, pass the URI of the selected video. Now for output of this, we are listening inside use effect, so we are listening for the on change event handler, which was present by default when we create an Expo native module, and we are listening for this particular progress as well as this value. So this progress will display progress state as well as the actual progress. Again, things will be more clearer once you guys sees the output. And this value will be the actual value or the URI of the video, which has been converted to fragmented MP4 using Muxer, and that URI has also been saved to external storage. So that's, once we get that particular value, we just update our state, and once this is not equal to empty, then only we display our video component passing the video URI. Here is our style of width and height, and this is the controls for it as well. So yeah, that's it. Now let's see the output. So here is the output. So I'm mirroring my device, so the output might be little bit laggy, so just bear with me. Also displaying my metro bundler over here, so just concentrate on this. And also it is a possibility like this, you might not see this logs inside metro bundler because they have been removed from React Native. So yeah, just be careful in case if you're not able to see the logs. The logs which I'm printing is only related to the progress thing, which I wanted to show it to you. So I'll just click on this pick video. Here I have one video which is 15 seconds long. I'll just select that particular video, and this is the progress. It was pretty quick, and here you can see it has started displaying all, like the video is exactly the same. There is not much difference over here. And if I click on pick video again, the video has also been saved to external storage, so if the user wants, they can use it whenever they feel like. Coming back to the progress thing, here the progress is from 1 to 0. Like this second value goes from 0 to 100, but here you can see it only reached till 89, and the second value is the progress state. It can be 1, 2 or 0. I mean, for now, given that this was a very short video, so it was pretty quick, but be mindful that this progress thing sometimes may not reach till 100, but you have to concentrate on this progress state, which always reaches 0. That's an indication that the video has finished processing. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.